Well, hello and welcome to another Kuma's Kitchen episode, and today we got a Japanese dish. This was a request from Jason Bourgeois, whose name you see at the end. He is a sponsor of Kuma's Kitchen. He is a patron. He's a master chef patron. Well, that's a designation. And without Jason, well, Kuma's Kitchen wouldn't still be here. So thank you very much, Jason, and I hope you like this recipe. You wanted a Japanese recipe. I thought I'd come up with something a little probably maybe not everybody's heard of. This is Japanese meat and potatoes, or as it's called in Japanese, Niku Jaga. Now, Niku means meat in Japanese, and Jaga, well, Jaga imo is potato. We just shorten it to Jaga for Niku Jaga. Imo is all different kinds of potatoes. So, Jaga imo is a regular potato. Satsuma imo is sweet potato. Naga imo is the long tubers that, I don't know if you have an equivalent anywhere else. We grate them here and for making okonomiyaki and stuff like that because they're kind of, they become very, not as slimy, doesn't sound right, does it? But you know what I mean, like that. You know, we call it nechi nechi. So there's all these different types of imo. Well, this is Jaga imo, so this is Niku Jaga, and it's a great dish in winter. It's actually good cold in summer too. But you've got potato, you've got beef, carrots, and then just a mixture of, usually you would make this with some Japanese ingredients that may be difficult to get. So I've modified this, so this can be made with ingredients that you get in Western countries. Oh yeah. And really? That hasn't changed the flavor at all. It's delicious. So, just a nice, hearty meat and potatoes dish, which you might not really think of as an image of Japan, right? But this is quite a popular dish. Maybe just here in Kansai, I don't know. Here in Osaka, this is a beloved dish. All right, let's go to the kitchen. Make it right now. All right, so here's our ingredients, and I have westernized the ingredients to make up for any ingredients that are difficult to get outside of Japan. So let's go over the ingredients. Across the front here, well, there's a tablespoon of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of my usual unrefined cane sugar, or any brown sugar will do. Now, usually we'd use mirin, which is kind of a sweet, well, it's a sweet liquid. It's a little hard to describe exactly, but we were going to replace it with some honey because that also gives it the little bit of viscosity that mirin has. So that's 1 tablespoon of honey, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Over here, 1 cup of water and 1 cup of chicken stock. Now, in a regular one, you'd use a little bit of dashi and water. Dashi is kind of based on seaweed, and you cook in water, and then a little bit of flakes from a fish. So it's a little different, but actually with the chicken stock and thinned out with some water, perfect. So that's a half a cup of each, half a cup of water, half a cup of chicken stock. Over here I've got 2 tablespoons of sake. So sake, Japanese rice liquor, rice wine. Across here, the vegetables and stuff. So we've got 1 large Japanese carrot, and I've quartered it and then cut it into about 1/4 inch, a little over 1/4 inch or 5-6 millimeter thick pieces. Carrots in Japan are really big. Small country, big carrots. Small country, big radishes too. So 1 Japanese carrot is about 7 ounces or 200 grams. So if you're using smaller carrots, just use about, 7 ounces or 200 grams worth of carrot. This is 1 onion, and it's just been chopped rough, big pieces. So 1 onion. Over here, 8 ounces or 230 grams of beef, very thinly sliced. Now, in Japan, we call this kiriotoshi, or cut-offs, basically. It's the little cut-off end pieces and stuff like that, the ragged strips, because they like really beautiful pieces for shabu-shabu and other such dishes. But look at this. This is just strips and pieces. It's cheaper this way, and it's actually much better than those perfectly cut pieces for making Niku Jaga. This is what we want. So that's, again, 8 ounces or 230 grams of thinly sliced beef. Over here, 1 pound or 450 grams of potatoes, and just cut up into small bite-sized pieces. So let's get things started. First thing we're going to do, using the pot here, we're going to add in the olive oil, and then we're going to bring that up on medium heat. As soon as that comes up to heat, you're going to add in the onions and the meat. All right, that's starting to heat up ready. So in goes the onions. I think I just splashed some olive oil on myself. Great. And in goes the meat. What I do now is cook this, stirring occasionally, medium heat, for about 8 to 10 minutes. I want to brown the meat a bit and soften the onions, and then I'm going to be adding some more ingredients in. So see you back here in about 8 to 10 minutes. All right, that's got a little bit of browning happening there. So what I'm going to do now is going to add in the carrots and the potatoes. Get those a little stir around. Oh, some onion overboard. Get in there. All right, get that little stir around. And what I want to do now is just for the next 2 or 3 minutes, we cook it a little bit, still on medium heat. Just move it around, stir around a bit. See you back here in 2 to 3 minutes. All right, a couple minutes have gone by. Just been giving us a stir around. Just getting that a little bit started. Sounding good, smelling good. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in the water and the chicken stock. There we go. Yes, that. And the sake. Oh, it smells nice. A little stir. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this and simmer it for 20 minutes. We'll see you back here in 20 minutes. All right, that's been simmering away in there for 20 minutes. I've just stirred it around a few times just to make sure everybody gets the equal amount of time with the broth. But look at that. That's looking absolutely delicious already. Now what we're going to do, going to add in the sugar. I'm going to add in the soy sauce and the honey. It's going to need a little help to get off there because it's cold in here. All right, got most of that honey off. Delicious. All right, make sure you get all that off there. And now what I want to do, stir this around a bit, get that mixed throughout, and then we're going to cook this for another 8 to 10 minutes with the lid off now. Just going to simmer it away and kind of cook it down a bit. So we're getting rid of that liquid, and we just got the honey and the sugar and the soy sauce flavoring this throughout. And just give me just a little bit of sauce, but not too much liquid. Right, that's starting to look pretty nice. All right, let's see you back here about 8 to 10 minutes. Then we're ready to eat. All right, so that's just been simmering away there for about 8 to 10 minutes, and look at that. That is perfect Niku Jaga. All right, let's put some of that into a bowl. Get that off to one side. Got a nice little bowl here. Oh, turn the heat off too. All right, put some of that in there. Look at that. That's it. You just serve it up like that. That's Niku Jaga. Japanese meat and potatoes. Let's try some. A little hot still, but that's good. Yeah. It's just the sugar doesn't really make it very sweet or anything. It's just a little undertone. You got the sake, the soy sauce, just little hints of flavoring in there, which is absolutely perfect. Let's have a piece of that meat. Look at that. Yeah. I love this. My mother-in-law makes this all the time. Right now she's not been able to make it, so I'm making it. All right, so if you like this recipe, stick around. Check out the other recipes here on Kuma's Kitchen channel. Also, make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell because I've got another Japanese recipe modified to be able to be made with Western ingredients coming up in the next few weeks. All right, now go make this and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.